Sky 5, overhead of a major train derailment in our area.
Live team coverage from the scene with details of what happened and the extent of the injuries. Terrifying moments caught on camera. Witnesses watch in horror as a passenger train slams into a tractor trailer. Passengers thrown around by the force of the impact.
We heard this big drop or this big bang, so that woke me up, and then all of a sudden we started slowing down pretty rapidly, and then all of a sudden we hear another huge bang and we just come to a complete stop.
Haunting moments for a group of construction workers who watched 3 men fall to their deaths, many trembling as they recounted what happened in downtown Raleigh today.
They heard it shaking. They knew something was wrong. They said his partner reached out to try to grab one of the workers. And of course, we now know he was unsuccessful. And he said that worker actually left a scratch on his arm. And the worker I was talking to, he just kept telling me about that scratch that was left on his partner's arm, and tears were completely welled up in his eyes.
Right now on WRAL News, team coverage of the developing situation in Paris.
I'm Deborah Morgan on assignment in Paris. Today, the city is trying to return to a sense of normalcy. Coming up, we tell you how people here are trying to make sure the terrorists don't win.
Right now on WRAL News, demonstrators in Durham clogged downtown streets and shut down the Durham freeway, staging what they call a die-in in the middle of the road.
Ken Smith, who's right there in the thick of the protest. Ken, bring us up to date on what you're seeing there.
Yeah, Deborah Joe, the photographer Mark Simpson and I are on the move, as you can see. They're walking through the crowds in the southbound lanes of Highway 147 at this point.
Deborah, it was an unbelievable scene in that courtroom. Nothing like I have ever seen in my 25 years covering court cases when he got agitated and had to be dragged out of that courtroom.
If you're a child molester...
Okay, you're not going to use that word in my courtroom.
I don't what you
Okay, take him out. Take him out. Take him out.
First, I kind of didn't care about it, but then it started hurting me.
A WRAL special report on bullying.
Did he say he was going to hurt you? Was that scary?
Yes, ma'am.
Brave children from the Triangle step forward to tell their stories.
What did you believe?
When they say the word kill, yeah, I do believe it.
The WRAL special report on bullying. Watch it live.
Amazing what a little bit of help will do, you know?
A lot of teamwork going on. Just pushed one of the cars out.
People are helping each other out there.
Woo! High five that!
Kindness of strangers, neighbors helping neighbors. We just cannot get enough of seeing that.
Rain and heavy winds creating many of those trouble spots here tonight in the Outer Banks. The stormy seas pushed oceans of water ashore in Buxton along the Outer Banks. You are in a battle with the ocean.
Well, they're winning.
Greg Fishel is on a scientific quest to explore climate change. He talks to world experts and goes wherever the data leads him.
I'm here in Barrow, Alaska, along the Continental Divide.
The quest is on. The official quest, exploring climate change. Tonight at 6.
WRAL is traveling with the Pontiff. New at 5, live team coverage from Washington, D.C. and Cuba, where His Holiness just wrapped up a 5-day visit.
Deborah, it's an amazing scene right now. Thousands of people are still receiving communion following the Pope's homily.
Tonight at 7, Inside Cuba, a WRAL documentary. Journalist Leila Santiago takes you on a journey with extraordinary access inside Cuba.
In Cuba, everyone is allotted a certain amount of food. At La Bodega, as they call it, the government distributes food rations. This is Antonio Ponce.
Papá y dos hijos.
So he's a dad and he has 2 kids.
His rations book show he gets rice, beans, sugar, coffee.
Thursday, join me for a special edition of On the Record. Faith, fear, and freedom. This live conversation is not about politics. We'll focus on our Muslim neighbors, their faith and experiences.
WRAL investigates thousands of Wake County families with this coming out of the tap.
Watch this WRAL Health Team report.
They say, wow, I look better.
Wednesday, 5 on Your Side investigates power bills from Duke Energy Progress.
Behind the spin of political ads are real election issues important to everyday North Carolinians. Take a walk down Main Street with me, a different town and a different issue, every day this week at 5:30 on WRAL News.
On our coast, there's a fight to save fish.
Because there's a whole lot less fish than what there used to be.
Save jobs.
Every year you have a few more regulations put on, making it harder to make a living.
Save the environment.
I just don't think people across the state understand what's going on our coast.
Explore the natural wonders of North Carolina. Beautiful places off the beaten path.
That's pretty cool.
Need an adventure for the family? Watch Nooks and Crannies, Friday at 5:55 on WRAL News.
It's pretty out here. We have just a few puffy cumulus clouds hanging out over the sand desk, Orville and Wilbur, enjoying the beautiful sunshine.
Come on by the WRAL tent, have your picture made with us up here at the corn desk, put it on Facebook, and your friends will be so jealous of you.
Win their 5th national championship. The final score, Duke 68, the Wisconsin Badgers 63. Thanks so much for joining us for your Hoops headquarters coverage of tonight's NCAA championship. We know you can't go to bed yet. I'm Deborah Morgan.
And I'm Gerald Owens. We have you covered from Indianapolis to Durham.
When they go into the season next year, that first game at home, they'll be looking up in the rafters, raising another banner. So it'll be a big night for Duke and the program.
The doors open at Cameron Indoor Stadium. The students poured in by the hundreds. Once inside, the Cameron Crazies took over, and this was even before the game started.
Can I really watch it anywhere else? Do you see the crowd on me? Do you see the crowd? Let's go!
Our tradition here is that the only time you can storm a court is when we win a championship, and I think we did that yesterday.
The grass, the crowd, the smell, the sound of the bat. It's my favorite place.
They'll slide in and beat the tag.
It's the Durham Bulls. It's the best minor league baseball team ever.
We have raised so far $72,000 for the Salvation Army. Oh, that is going to keep a lot of children warm in our community this winter.
For 35 years,
Friday night,
WRAL has brought you all the excitement of Friday night. All the highlights and scores of your favorite teams. Football Friday starts right now. Thursday at 7, a special Fayetteville edition of the Tar Heel Traveler. From the Babe.
Got his nickname the Babe while he was here.
To the King.
How would you like to play for Elvis?
But.
What this whole world needs is more putt.
To the Eiffel Tower.
I think it's an eye catcher.
The people and places around Fayetteville will inspire you.
Is it scary? It's a little scary.
Watch Scott Mason on a special Fayetteville edition of the Tar Heel Traveler. Thursday at 7 on WRAL.